PT Trains here. I'm excited to have a RTA Metro car to add to my collection. There's a reason why I have the two of them together. They are both cab cars, and I picked up the RTA car. It's used, so I got no box, and you can already tell there's a few things missing from the model, but because of the price and because of how rare they are, I really couldn't say no. So what makes it special is this really does connect historically to them. The RTA Regional Transportation Authority was organized in 1974 to manage public transportation in Chicago area and to take the commuter railroads, take over the railroads in the Chicago area. So Chicago Northwest, Burlington Route, Milwaukee Road, Rock Island, Wabash, and South Shore, all of those were brought under the umbrella of Regional Transportation Authority because that way they could save the passenger service. Same reason why Amtrak was able to save passenger service because their railroads were having to struggle with old equipment. They were also struggling financially. So by organizing them into a government entity, they were able to save the passenger service. So in the early 80s, RTA began operating the commuter lines themselves, which is why we have this model down here with those markings. And they started repainting the F40 locomotives as well as the Pullman standard gallery cars that they got from Chicago Northwestern. So if I had a Chicago Northwestern bi-level car, it would be exactly like these because those cars got painted into this scheme and eventually they were repainted into this scheme before they were then retired. If you're familiar with the movie Home Alone and you grew up in the Chicago area during the 80s and 90s, you would recognize this bottom paint scheme. This was showcased in the movie in the scene where Kevin is running from the police officer and he's climbing and he's crossing over a bridge. That's the Hubbard Park Bridge, and that's in Winnetka, Illinois. So by the early 2000s, these cars were painted the gray and blue that you see in the front. So when I put these together on my train, it pretty much sets the timeline, just transitioning from the 80s, early 90s, from this color scheme to the 2000s, where you started having this color scheme, and then by 2013, they started phasing them out. Which is why even today, when the Metro runs its route along the Union Pacific Northwest, you'll occasionally see these cars that haven't been retired yet but are still inactive. And on rare occasions, you'll actually see this car itself. So the bottom here is a Walthers, and this is Kato. And we're going to put them on the track and see how they go. So now we're taking a look inside the car. The top pops right off, which is really nice because that way you can get inside the car and start populating it with some people. And back here, you'll notice that there's two tabs. Those tabs are really exciting for me because that means I can add some light to the cars. Those tabs connect to the bottom. Just underneath here, there is a tab that's connecting to two pickups, so you can just see those. It's kind of hard to see them under the wheel without taking it off. There it is. So there's the tab. So the power goes from the wheels up to that. From there, it connects to the two tabs. So I'm going to be looking into getting some light for our RTA car. So here we are on the underside of the cars, and just comparing them to Kato, you can see that there is still the detail there. These are really starting to come loose here, which is a little bit annoying. This part over here came off, but I was able to use canopy glue to put it back on, which means there's no residue. So a lot of these pipes here are broken and loose, but again, I can't complain. And then you can see the little detailing down here, the two air pressure cans, I believe is what they're called. And then looking at Kato, similar detail, similar molding. This is actually one piece instead of the two. The compressors are there. So just comparing the Kato car to the Walthers car, there's some good similarities. The coupler system is different. Kato has their own little system there, which I actually kind of like, especially if I'm going inbound and outbound. That way the car couplers don't actually kink when it's going in reverse. So let's get these on the track now. So we're all situated there on the track. I'm going to go ahead and power up the engine. I have a Loksound 5 chip inside the Metro engine, and I love it. Now that the engine's running, let's go ahead and turn on the idling up of the engine, especially if it's going to be powering the cars. There we go. I'm going to give a blast of the horn and we're going to move out. So yes, the RTA car really stands out and doesn't blend in, but with all honesty, if you're looking for a late 80s, early 90s, almost to the 2000s time frame, they were still in service together, and you could even still spot one like this today. My couplers are finicky. In order to get it to go inbound, I had to move it to just behind the engine. Otherwise, after making the mountain turn in my little S, they derailed. And there you have it. A regional transportation authority car is now part of my slowly growing collection. Please like and subscribe, and hope you enjoyed this quick little video of me showing off a new addition.